Thanks for joining my live. My name is Joyce Fields, and this is my standard introduction. I say it just about every live I do. I'm 81 years old. I do YouTube lives 6 days a week. Monday, six, not six, 5. I used to do TikTok lives 6 days a week. So uh, I do YouTube lives 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Now, I said I used to do TikTok lives. I have done over 500 TikTok lives, very well received. But in this month, the month of September, TikTok changed their community guidelines, violations rules, and I don't think that I'm going to be able to follow them. So my last TikTok live, I did that one on Friday, August 29th, just last month, and I did my very first YouTube live on Monday, September 1st. So this is only my 15th YouTube live that I'm doing right now. Now, YouTube's saying that I have one person on here viewing my live. Now, is that you, Shelster, or is that someone else? I would like to know how you learned that I was doing this live. On TikTok, they give the live creators a message that says, we're notifying viewers that you're live, but YouTube doesn't do that. Okay, yay, Shells. So, but now they say I got two. So, YouTube doesn't let people know. So I just am curious as to how y'all found out. See? So Jimmy says that he was just scrolling and found me. I have no idea. Look, I'm 81 years old. I know how to do a live, but I don't know all the rest of the intricacies of this social media stuff. And so like I told y'all, I've done over 500 TikTok lives. So this is only my 15th YouTube live. And I need to increase my number of subscribers. Right now, I have 723, and I have to have 1,000 in order to bring people up as guests. And what I did on my TikTok lives is I brought people up as guests. If the people use the advice that I share, and if they had read any of the books at goodshortbooks.com, the link is in my profile. I'm also an author. But I do these YouTube lives, 4 o'clock a.m. until, oh, thanks for the subscription. I need 1,000 subscribers. And subscription is free here on YouTube, but they charge for subscription on TikTok. So that's another reason why I switched over to YouTube, because subscription is free. And, oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. So I do these lives, and they are entitled Undifficult Your Life. Undifficult Your Life. As I've said many times, I'm 81 years old, and I will continue to say it. I'm so proud of it, and I want y'all to know that the advice that I share comes with experience, okay? A lot of it, okay? So I live the advice that I share with y'all. I know that it works. And God, the universe, or whatever you call your higher power, has gifted me, thank you, with the ability to communicate concepts, philosophies, ideas, examples from my mind to y'all's mind. And I use what I call helpful hand visuals to do that. I call them helpful hand visuals because one of my viewers in one of my TikTok lives this year, her name is Jessie Knott, and she said, quote, "These visuals are so helpful," unquote. And so she's talking about, I do these gestures with my hands in combination with the words coming out of my mouth to communicate philosophies, ideas, all of those kinds of thoughts about from my mind to y'all's mind. Now, see, I'm sitting here saying this, and a lot of y'all don't believe it, but you will see, and then you will believe it. So I do these helpful hand visuals throughout my lives. I have 4 pillars of advice that I share on every live that I do. And every live that I do is different. Okay? So the 4 pillars these are the pillars that will help y'all to undifficult your life. Here they are. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I tell you how you do that. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how to increase your own level of patience. But I always start with the toddlers. If you are raising toddlers, 2 and 3-year-olds, you'll want to hear how easy it is to teach them patience. Then pillar number 3 is stay calm. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. You lose your power when you become angry. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. And I told you all about the helpful hand visuals. When I get to pillar number 3, when I did the helpful hand visual for pillar number 3, and Spirit gives me these helpful hand visuals. They don't just come off the top of my head or anything. So Spirit gives them to me. And when I did the helpful hand visual in pillar number 3, stay calm, it blew a lot of my viewers' minds. I did it for my man, and it blew his mind, and it blows my mind as well. So when I get there, pillar number 3, when I do that helpful hand visual, it will blow a lot of y'all's minds. And I mentioned my man. Me and my man, his name is Pap. It's P-A-P. His real name is Fred. We have been together for 68 years. You heard that correctly. 68 years, okay? We've been married we just celebrated our 58th wedding anniversary on June 3rd. So we've been together for 68 years, since we were both 13 years old. He turned 82 this past Monday, and it just blows my mind. I look at him and I say, I've been with this man over half my life. And I turned 81 on February 4th. I am so happy and proud and pleased to be 81 years old. Don't dread your age, y'all. Don't dread getting older. A lot of people did not live to be the age that you are right now, okay? So don't dread getting older. There is no alternative. If you live, you're gonna get older. That's simple. Now I'm gonna show y'all a picture of me and Pap when we were 25 years old. This is 1969. We were 25 years old. There you go. And next I'm gonna show you a picture. This one is our 57th wedding anniversary, and we were both 80 years old. We're both 80 years old. I don't deal with religion or politics on my live, so don't come up with this Jesus stuff. I don't deal with no religion, no politics. I have no use for either one. So now this is passage of time. 25 years old and 80 years old. See? Yeah. Yeah. 25 years old and 80 years old. Passage of time. I love these kinds of pictures. Now, I'm not religious. I talk to God all day long, and God ain't got no religion, you see? So don't deal with religion or politics. That's what I don't do. Can't stand neither one of them. So now, the fourth, now I told you about the third pillar, is to stay calm, okay? Oh, thank you, Papa Blessed. He said, oh, you give advice and you stay non-controversial. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. I love those kinds of comments. Got to screenshot that. When Pap wakes up, he's asleep right now. I read him the screenshot comments that I take. So now, that's pillar number 3. When I get to that pillar, stay calm. Like I told y'all, when I do that helpful hand visual, it blows a lot of my viewers' minds. Okay, so now, pillar number 4. These are not crosses. People are really, okay, that's enough of that. These are not crosses, okay? All right, now, pillar number 4. Remember the 4 words that can immediately, thank you, Lost River, I appreciate that. The 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, all of that ugly stuff. And I'll tell you what those 4 words are when I get to the 4th pillar. Okay, now, back to pillar number 1. Pillar number 1 is develop and maintain a positive attitude. I tell you exactly how you do that. There are only 2 attitudes. You probably never even thought about it this way. There are only 2 attitudes that you can have. That's it. There's not a third one. A negative attitude or a positive attitude. 2. Now, based on my 81 years of living, I have observed, thank you, that you do not choose to have a negative attitude. You don't choose it. Here's what happens. If you don't choose to have a positive attitude, and a positive attitude is a definite choice, it's a deliberate choice, it's an on-purpose choice. No, you don't fluctuate in between. And I'm going to cover a whole lot of that. It'll help y'all to understand exactly what I'm saying. So a negative attitude or a positive attitude. So if you don't choose to have a positive attitude, and it is a choice, you can choose to have it at any moment of your life. You will have a negative one if you don't choose to have a positive one. It's like it's a default. That's what I have observed, you know? It's like it's a default. If you don't actually choose to have a positive attitude, you will almost automatically have a negative one or lean towards the negative, okay? So now, here is the way you choose to have a positive attitude. You write a program. And the way you write a program is you say it out loud. You say it out loud. Okay, I'm going to put you in timeout because I don't deal with religion on my live, on any of my lives. I put you in timeout. So don't come back with that Jesus stuff. Y'all, if y'all want to deal with Jesus, that's fine. That's Christianity. I talk to God, and God ain't got no religion. So don't come up with Jesus and politics. I don't deal with that. I deal with the things that are going to help y'all to make this world a better place. Attitude, increase your level of patience, staying calm, and remember the 4 words. And when I get to the 4 words, you will understand why they are so important. Okay, now, I said there's only 2 attitudes that you can have, a negative attitude or a positive attitude. Oh, yeah, my moderators are fabulous. Shelster is the one that really is here with me most of the time. So I have 3 others, but they come on when they can. So, but the Shelster is the bomb, okay? So I'm glad to see people saying that they appreciate her moderation. You see that, Shells? Okay, so now, you write a program. That is the way you develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I'm going to tell you the program that you write. You can modify it however you want, but this is what you say out loud. You say your programs out loud. And it doesn't matter who's around you, because it'll give you an opportunity to spread some positivity. And after I tell you what you say, you'll understand what I just said. Here is what you say. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. I'm going to repeat that. Say it out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Mean it from the bottom of your heart, from the bottom of your soul, with your entire spirit, everything that you got. Mean it. And you can choose to have a positive attitude at any moment of your life, because this is what the program says. From now on. You see? So that means it doesn't matter what your attitude was like 5 minutes ago. It doesn't matter what your attitude was like yesterday or last week. It doesn't matter. That was in the past. So your attitude was okay, whatever it was, flaky. I cuss like a sailor, y'all, so you know what I want to say. Yeah, but I don't cuss in public, and I consider my lives to be public, okay? I'm a lady in public, but I love to cuss. I make no apologies. So, where was I? I'm always about positive attitude. So, you choose to have a positive attitude. If you don't choose, you almost automatically have a negative attitude. So, a positive attitude is like you're holding a socket, a plug in your hand, and you plug it into your spirit. You plug it into your soul, and it electrifies you. It kickstarts you. It pushes you into your own life. It electrifies you. You become more excited about living your life. You don't just breathe in, inhale and exhale. Get involved in your own life. And that's what a positive attitude will do. And I'm going to give you a whole lot of information that you can use. I use this information, I use the advice that I share every single day. And I'm 81 years old. I have used this advice since I was about 10 years old, okay? And God has granted me, or the universe, or whatever you call your higher power, has gifted me with the ability to share how I do. I tell Pap frequently that I live a virtually stress-free life. And I'm going to tell y'all how you do it, how I do it. And if I can do it, anybody can do it, okay? So I tell Pap frequently that I live an enchanted life, So I am in charge of my emotions, and that is the best thing that you can do. Be in charge of your own emotions. So now, positive attitude. This is what you say. I already told you. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. And the way you do that is you put your feet on that path to develop and maintain a positive attitude. You write the program. And when you mean it from the bottom of your heart, I'm going to share with you some words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. And it might be you. But remember what I said. You can choose at any moment of your life to develop and maintain a positive attitude. All you have to do is write that program and say it out loud. Now, I'm also going to read y'all a list of words that will guide you when you want to develop and maintain that positive attitude. And you can choose to do that at any moment of your life. What the program says is from now on, okay? From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Now, the list of words, I'm going to read all these words. And all is never lost, because I told you, you can choose to have a positive attitude at any minute of your life. That's what makes it so much fun. Positive attitude takes effort. Positive effort takes fun effort. A positive attitude takes fun energy. It's fun because you are kicked into your own life. You are electrified about your own life. Now, here are the words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude, and it might be you. But that all is not lost, because you can choose to have a positive attitude at any minute of your life. Like I said, here are the words: anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed. Share the live, y'all. I'd love for more people to hear the advice that I live by and that I know y'all can live by too. Undifficult your life. Okay, greed was the last one. Arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment and holding grudges, inferiority, lies and dishonesty, false pride, superiority, and the last word is ego. Back up to the top. The very first word is anger. Anger. Do you know people who are full of anger? People who are angry? Are you the one who's full of anger? Who's angry? That is negative. What about resentment and holding grudges? Do you know people who are full of resentment? People who hold grudges? Are you the one who is full of resentment, who holds grudges? Hi, Jenna. That is negative. I'm going to come back to it. Moving on to lies and dishonesty. Do you know people who lie? People who are dishonest? Are you the one who is the liar, who is dishonest? Thanks, Shells. That is negative. Thank you. So now I'm going to go back up to resentment and holding grudges, because that's a biggie. A lot of people out there in this world holding resentment and holding grudges against other people. Now, I'm going to tell you something that you probably have never been told before. That is this: if you are full of resentment and if you hold grudges against other people, you, my friend, are living in the past. Yes, you are living in the past because you are holding on to something that happened. It's past tense. There is nothing that the people that did it to you can do about it to change it. And there is nothing that you can do about it to change it. You must forgive them, because if you're holding on to this ugliness, all of those words that I just read you are ugly words, negative words. If you hold on to that, it damages you. The ugly stuff that you holds on to damages you. It damages the person who's holding on to it. You're not punishing anybody by holding resentment or holding grudges. You're not punishing them. You're punishing yourself. You are creating what I call an invisible internal burden on your own spirit, on your own soul. Think about it. These are ugly things. And when you hold them inside, they work on you, on your insides. They damage your cells, they damage your blood, they damage your organs, they damage your entire being. And when you think about it and you look around you, open your eyes, y'all. A lot of the people that you know are full of resentment and holding grudges against other people, and it might be you. They are on pharmaceutical medications. They are not aging well. So when you hold on to that ugly, it can put you into bad health, guaranteed. It can put you into bad health. And that might be a reason why a lot of these people have these ailments, because they're holding on to resentment and holding grudges against other people. You must forgive. Now, it doesn't matter who it is or what they did. You have to forgive them in order for you to move on with your life in a healthy manner. You must forgive. Now, forgiving does not mean you let them back into your life or you go back into theirs, But that's a wonderful thing if that's what all parties agree to. But forgiving, you must forgive them. And it doesn't matter who it is or what they did. You must forgive. But a lot of people will say forgive and forget. Hell no. You don't ever forget. Not ever, ever. If you forget, you're an idiot. So don't ever forget, because it can't happen to you again if you don't forget. Keep it on the stove, on the back burner, but don't ever forget. But you must forgive. Like I said, I'm 81 years old. And the way that when I was a kid, there was no such thing as a text message. Thank you. No such thing as email or a video call. None of that kind of stuff existed when I was a kid. Now, all of those things exist today. You can use any of those technologies. Share the live, y'all, because I would love for more people to hear this advice that I share. Undifficult your life, okay? So that technology was not available. You can use any of that technology to forgive them. You can do a text message, you can do an email, whatever. You can forgive them with those technologies. But if you don't ever want to have anything else to do with them, oh, thank you, I appreciate that. You can say it out loud, always out loud, to the universe. I say this every live that I do. The universe or God or whatever you call your higher power was there when the mess happened to you. It knows. You understand? I don't know if a lot of y'all even think about this stuff. And that is what my lives do. It brings you into, it brings it to the forefront of your consciousness, these concepts and ideas. Kind of shakes you up, you know? And so the universe was there when it happened. All you have to do is say it out loud to the universe. It knows what you're talking about. God or whatever you call your higher power. Now, when I say this in every live that I do, it shakes people up for real. Now, here's what I'm getting ready to say right now. Since I told y'all about that, the universe saw what happened, heard what happened, the universe was there, okay? When I say this, do y'all know, do y'all understand, do y'all realize that God or the higher power or whatever you call it sees everything you do right now, hears everything you say right now, and reads your thoughts right now? I say that every live I do, and when I ask this question, I'm getting ready to ask y'all the same question I ask everybody else on my lives. I'm getting ready to ask that one. Here's my question. With me bringing that to your attention, will that cause you to think about changing what you do, changing what you say, or changing what you think? Come on, give me some responses, y'all. YouTube says I got 167 people on here, so I would expect to get some responses. Oh, wonderful. It is the only way to be. So come on, give me some responses. Did what I just said cause you to think about what you do, say, and think? Come on, give me some responses. Come on, y'all, be quick with y'all's responses because I'm running out of time. I'm on here from 4 to 5:30 or 5:35, thereabouts. Come on, give me some responses, y'all. Be quick. Come on. Come on, y'all. Give me some responses. Did what I just said about God or the higher power or whatever you call it, hearing everything you say, seeing everything you do, and reading your thoughts, did that cause you to rethink what you do, say, and think? Come on, give me some responses, y'all. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Wonderful. my screen was locked, so I got more responses now. Yes, thank you, thank you. So now, here is the way you say it out loud to the universe. So now, you say it out loud to the universe that you forgave, whatever. Now, here's what you say. Universe, I'm going to get rid of this person right here. Remove. I forgive so-and-so for doing such and such to me. You got that? I'm going to repeat it. Universe, I forgive so-and-so for doing such and such to me. Yeah, see? You say that out loud. Do your hand the same way I did mine. That symbolizes your touching the universe, your touching spirit, okay? So now, when you do that, I'm going to give you 4 examples of what has happened. People have told me on my live, so this is how people have responded to doing that. 4 examples. Example number 1, she said, I forgave my dad like that, and I immediately burst into tears. Okay. The second example, she said, I forgave myself like that. You can forgive yourself. The universe saw what you did or heard what you said, the same as everybody else, okay? Don't forget that. And I immediately burst into tears. The third one was a young man, and he said, I forgave, and I felt my spirit shift. You will feel something. I'm going to tell you that right now. So the fourth one I'm going to say and I'll tell you that one in a few minutes. Now, the 3 people, the 2 that immediately burst into tears, and the 1 young man that said he felt his spirit shift, the reason why they burst into tears and he felt his spirit shift is because, like I told you, when you hold on to resentment and hold grudges against other people, it creates an internal burden on your own spirit. You don't even realize that you're carrying this ugliness around. But people around you probably know, because you kind of exude this nasty kind of air about you. So here is those 3 people. They burst into tears, or 2 burst into tears, and the other one felt his spirit shift, because it's what the Shelster calls pressure release valve. When you forgive, it's like a pressure release valve. When you forgive, it goes psss. You see? It releases, it relieves you. You feel your spirit is lighter because you're not carrying that ugliness. Try it and you'll see. Now, the 4th person, her name is Patricia. She had been watching my lives, and I always talk about forgiveness. And she had been carrying a grudge against her mother for over 40 years. Over 40 years, y'all, she had been carrying a grudge against her mother. That's over 40 years worth of Mother's Days and all other kinds of things. So this past Mother's Day, she had been listening to my lives, and so she forgave her mother. She forgave her mother. And this past Mother's Day, they spent it together. She came up as a guest on my live and shared the experience with all of us. And I got so full. I really got full, y'all. I didn't boo-hoo, but it really made me feel, I don't even know how to explain it. It was such a warm feeling to know that the advice that I share had moved her to a point where she where she forgave her mother. And so that's wonderful. So that's why I want to get to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. I got 723 now, and I need 1,000 subscribers so that I can bring people up as guests here on YouTube. So that was on TikTok. I just did my last TikTok live on Friday, August 29th. And I did my first YouTube live on Monday, September 1st. See how the universe worked all of that out? It's just, I thought it was beautiful, okay? I never lost, so didn't lose my pace. Beautiful. So, what was I saying now? Oh yeah, I was talking about how Patricia forgave, and I was telling y'all about I need 1,000 subscribers. So right now I've got, I think it's 723. It won't be that much longer, and I'll be at 1,000. So I'll be able to bring people up as guests. You can come up as a guest on my live if you are using any of the advice that I share, or if you have read any of the books at goodshortbooks.com. And the link is in my profile. There are 11 fabulous nonfiction books at goodshortbooks.com. My sister wrote one and I wrote 10. I had no idea I was going to write 10 books, y'all. That was nothing but spirit. I wrote my first book on purpose because I'm the oldest of 7, and I wanted to document the way our parents raised us. And so I was successful in doing that. And I wrote my very first book in 1997, and it's entitled Line of Serenity. I'm getting ready to show it to y'all now. Line of Serenity. It's 167 pages, which includes 22 pages of recipes, my own recipes, and Pap says that he lives in a 5-star restaurant, and 22 pages of pictures. It's a memoir, so I have pictures of some of the people that I talk about in the book. These are our parents. They're both gone now. That's George and Rosa Jones. These are pictures of the times we lived in. And then this, y'all, is a picture of the 7 of us. I was 12 on this picture. This is brother. He died in 2013. He had lung cancer. This is Cordell. Nita, that's the other author. She's 7 on this picture, and she's 76 now. This is Kenny, Reggie, and Ava. Ava was 3 on this picture, and now she's 72. And this, y'all, is a sample of what a plate of food would look like when we got cooking, And honey, let me tell you, my 2 sisters can throw down in the kitchen. Lord, ooh-wee. They can throw down in the kitchen. So I'm telling y'all, I wrote 10 books, and Spirit did this. I didn't have a clue that I was going to write. I didn't even know that I was going to, well, I did know I was going to write the first one because I wanted to document the way that our parents raised us. We think that they did a fabulous job, a phenomenal job of raising us. And I wanted to document the way they did it so that it wouldn't die out when we all died off. So it's, like I said, it's 167 pages, and it's $12.99. We have 3 price categories: $7.99, $9.99, and $12.99. So the genres, I'm going to tell you what the genres are, and then I'm going to move on with the advice that I share. The genres are memoirs, parenting, relationships, children's education, fairy tales. My fairy tale is nonfiction because it deals with a very serious subject. Bullying, original quotes, health, and spirituality. Now, my sister's book is also a memoir. Hers is entitled My 15 Dogs, a 55-year journey of love. It's 59 pages, and it's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. If you love dogs, you will absolutely love her book. You will laugh and you will cry. So, yeah, so that is, and the books are flying off the shelves, y'all. They make fabulous gifts, too. Anytime gifts is what I call them. Anytime gifts. Anytime you're thinking about somebody. And when you go to goodshortbooks.com, I told you the 9 different genres, even children's books, we got those too. So check it out. Now, I read y'all the words that help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. I'm going to read you some words that will help you or guide you on your path to developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Here are the words: joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, empathy, generosity, truth and honesty, compassion, and faith. The link is in my profile. And there it is right there, the shelves to put it down, goodshortbooks.com. But the link is in my profile. It is a link. So I don't know if that's a link, shelves. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know enough about all this stuff. So those words will help to guide you when you want to develop and maintain a positive attitude. And like I told y'all, it is a choice. You have to deliberately choose to have a positive attitude. And here's the program that you write. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. It's that simple. Undifficult your life, y'all. So now I'm going to show y'all what, okay. Yeah, but they can write it down. But the link is in the profile. So I'm going to show y'all what a negative attitude looks like. On the count of 3, I'm going to show you what a negative attitude looks like. 1, 2, 3. These are the kind of people that say, woe is me. My life sucks. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. Complain, complain, complain. In the meantime, what my hands are doing, y'all, I'm doing a helpful hand visual. These are positive elements flying through the universe. Constantly. They are constantly flying through the universe for all of us. But they always fly over the heads of people who have a negative attitude. Always. You see that? Now, when you write that program and when you say it out loud, here's what you say. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. This is what happens to you. I'm going to do it on the count of 3. I'm going to show you what happens. 1, 2, 3. Here's what happened, y'all. Now, you see, what was flying over your head is now making contact with your psyche. You got that? I'm putting this person in timeout. I don't need to know that. I'm going to put you in timeout for a minute, okay? And hopefully you'll listen to the advice that I share, because probably 99% of my viewers can use some portion, if not all, of the advice that I share. So what I just did, when you have a negative attitude, positive things, elements, are flying through the universe at all times, but they fly over the heads of people who have a negative attitude. That's what that helpful hand visual. Come on, give me some feedback, y'all. Did I communicate that clearly to y'all? Oh, thanks, Tyke. Come on, did I communicate that clearly to y'all? Give me some responses, y'all. YouTube says I got 106 people on here. Come on, give me some responses. I'm going to put you in timeout, and don't come back with that Jesus stuff. So other than if you come back with that, then you're going to be removed. So the advice that I share will help you to undifficult your life. Okay. Good. Come on. Yeah, good. Thanks. I'm getting some of the responses now. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, you're very welcome. Okay, come on. Thank you. So now I'm thinking now that I showed y'all how when you have a negative attitude, all kinds of good stuff flies over your head. You must have a positive attitude. When you have a positive attitude, portals open up to you. All kinds of good things happen to you. So I'm just removing people that talk this religion stuff. Jesus, I don't want that on my life, okay? I talk to God. God ain't got no kind of religion. Religion to me sucks. Politics to me sucks, okay? It's my opinion and I'm entitled to it, okay? So now, I'm going to tell you something else that you probably have never heard before. Nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time. Nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. You see? It's impossible. So, here's a question. I ask this every live that I do. Do you know or did you know that you live your life by a ratio? ratio. Do you know or did you know? And I only want responses that says no, because if you already know, if you've been on my lives before, oh, good, I thank you. If you've been on my lives before, then you know what a ratio is. So I'm only looking for responses that say no. The question is, do you know or did you know that you live your life by a ratio? Thank you, Gloria. Come on, give me some more responses, y'all. I'm looking for responses that say no. Thank you. Okay, come on, give me some responses. Thank you, Jimmy. Okay, thanks, PDK. That's not the kind of ratio I'm talking about. Thank you, Argos. Thanks, Cobalt. Now, here's what, if I continue to get no responses, that's fine. But I'm going to explain to you what a ratio is and how you use it. Now, a ratio, share the live, y'all, because I would love, y'all are listening to this. Do y'all want other people to hear this advice that I'm sharing with y'all? If you do, share the live. So, now, a ratio, so I had to backtrack. I rewind, and 80% of the time I get back to where I was. So, a ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely help you to better control your life. You set your own ratio. Only you can set it, only you control it. If you set it too high, you can lower it. And if you set it too low, you can raise it. Now, I'm going to repeat what a ratio is. A ratio, as it relates to positive attitude and negative attitude, a ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely help you to better control your life. My ratio is 80-20. I don't own it. Anybody can use it. My ratio is 80-20. I'm going to explain it thoroughly. Y'all will understand it completely. 80% of the time, I am very happy being in a positive attitude mode. 20% of the time, I didn't say I was happy, but I can be in the negative attitude mode, okay? So now back over to the positive attitude mode. Thanks, Vera. 80% of the time, oh, some people have chosen, see, I don't own 80%. Anybody can choose it. Some people have chosen 75-25. Some people have chosen 60-40. One guy chose 50-50, and I said, I don't, that's too wishy-washy to me. Half the time you're going to be positive, and half the time you're going to be negative. I don't like that. So that's me, too, okay? 80-20 is my ratio. Now, what that 80-20 means, that 80% of the time, I honor the programs that I write. 80% of the time, I do what is right, what is fair, what is honest, what is kind, what is considerate, all of those things, positive things, 80% of the time. 20% of the time, see, that's my wiggle room. 20% of the time, and whatever you assign, whatever percentage you assign to your negative portion of your ratio, you cannot do three things. You cannot be physically abusive. You cannot hit people, and if you are, you need to stop. You cannot throw things. If you are, you need to stop, especially if you want to be a positive attitude. No kind of way can you do that. Number two, you cannot be verbally abusive to people. You can't cuss anybody out. You can't insult anybody. And the third thing is, thanks to my one of my viewers, her username is Midnight, she asked me to include tone of voice. So you cannot use an ugly tone of voice. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Hey, Kyle. So those three things, as long as you don't include those three things, it's okay. Whatever your negative attitude mode is, it's fine. So you can't include that. So that is the way that you can use your ratio. I'm going to show you another way that you can use your ratio. You can write a program to change any behavior. I know that, Vera. To change any behavior that you have. I'm going to show y'all an example of a behavior I'm going to use. I don't have this behavior. It's a lie. I don't have it, but I'm going to use it as an example to show y'all how you can write a program to change any behavior that you have. You cannot change other people's behaviors. And I think that that's what's wrong with a lot of relationships. I told y'all, me and Papa been together for 68 years, and I ain't trying to change his behavior. So he'll change it when he feels the need to change it. I'll talk to him about it, but I can't change it for him. I can't make him change it. So you can only change your own behavior. So if y'all in some relationships out there and you trying to change him and he trying to change you, and even if it's same-sex relationships, you cannot change other people. You can only change yourself. And when you do try to change other people, they are probably looking at you saying, what the hell? You need to be working on yourself. You see? So that's why we all need to be working on ourselves. Don't be trying to change others. So here is the behavior, and it's not a true behavior. I don't do this. And then I'm going to tell you the behavior, and then I'm going to tell you the program that I write to overcome the behavior. And y'all will be able to take the example and put it on any behavior that y'all have. Now, here's the example. I don't read that kind of stuff, Vera. That's too long of a comment. So I'm not even looking down at it. So here is the behavior that I have. It's not true. I eat 12 cookies every day. I do not want to eat 12 cookies every day. Here is the program that I write. I eat 12 cookies every day. I do not want to eat 12 cookies every day. Starting tomorrow, I will eat 10 cookies. And tomorrow comes and you eat 10 cookies, and the next days, weeks, months go by, and you are still eating 10 cookies. Now, using my ratio, 80-20, This is how your ratio will help you to better control your life, you see? So using my ratio of 80-20, 80% of the time, I will eat 10 cookies. 20% of the time, I can go back up to 11 cookies. I can even go back up to 12. Share the live, y'all. I'm still going to be on here for another 30, 35 minutes. So I would love for more people to hear the advice that I am sharing with y'all. So that means that you can even go back up to 12. So, but it gives you some wiggle room. But most of the time, whenever you write a program and when you decide on what your ratio is, you are going to honor that ratio most of the time, that percentage that you allocate to positivity. You see? Now, did I explain that sufficiently? Y'all understand? Did I explain that so that y'all understand it? Give me some responses. Come on, give me some responses, y'all. Come on. Okay. Thanks, Kyle. Any more people? Give me some responses. YouTube says I have 94 people on here. Oh, good. Wonderful. Great. Okay. Thank you. So now here, this is another helpful hand visual. This is a negative attitude. Negative attitude. It's on lock. Okay. Now, this is spirit. This is inner peace. When you have a negative attitude, spirit and inner peace cannot get through. So they turn and go away. You must have a positive attitude in order for inner peace, in order for you to get inner peace. And you must have a positive attitude in order for spirit to come and talk with you. You see, positive attitude. So now, positive attitude. Here's spirit and here's inner peace. You can see what's going to happen. Here you go. Not only does it get through, but it turns and encases your entire being, your entire soul, spirit. That's what happens. Spirit came to me in the month of June, y'all. It comes to me a lot. And said, Joyce, do you know that there is such a thing as outer peace? And I said, huh? Never heard of outer peace. Spirit said, inner peace is sown into your spirit, into your soul. When you get inner peace, and you have to have a positive attitude in order to get inner peace. It can never be destroyed. It can never be disturbed. Outer peace can be disturbed. It can be destroyed. That's outer peace. I never heard of outer peace. Spirit explained it to me. So outer peace, and I use this example every live that I do, is, for instance, if you're trying to study or you're trying to sleep or you're trying to do something that you would like to have quiet for, and somebody in the same room or in the next room or upstairs or downstairs or across the hall or across the street is making noises, that is your outer peace. Outer peace can be disturbed, can be destroyed. There's even a law on the books. You can call the cops on somebody that's destroying or disturbing your outer peace. You see? So outer peace can be disturbed and can be destroyed. Inner peace can never be disturbed, can never be destroyed, but you must have a positive attitude in order to get inner peace. Doesn't that make sense? This is you. I'm doing another helpful hand visual. This is you. Your spirit, your inner peace. Okay? So, would you land on a person who has a negative attitude? A negative attitude repels spirit. It repels inner peace. Oh, good. So you get it now. Good. Thank you. So, don't have a negative attitude. A negative attitude, I can't think of anything good that has ever come from having a negative attitude. So don't have a negative attitude. Now, anybody in your family that's disturbing your peace, and that's your outer peace, Nobody should be allowed to disturb your peace. That includes your own mama, okay? So now I'm going to give you some positive ways to handle that. If anybody in your family is disturbing your peace, you are obligated to tell them that they are disturbing your peace. You say words like this, I love y'all dearly. I really do. But when y'all do such and such, or when y'all say such and such, that disturbs my peace. Tell them that. They are not obligated to change their behavior, but you are obligated to tell them that what they are doing or saying is disturbing your peace. Give them enough time, and you can't cuss them out either when you tell them that. You must be kind, you must be diplomatic. So give them enough time to change their behavior if they're going to. Then, if they don't, you are obligated to come back at them, and I give you 3 options. Option 1, I told y'all that I love y'all dearly, but when y'all do such and such or say such and such, it disturbs my peace. And y'all are still doing it, y'all are still saying it. So I have no choice. I must protect my peace. So I have to, number 1, option 1, feed y'all with a long-handled spoon. Option 2, love y'all from a distance. Option 3, stop coming around y'all. You understand? So you are perfectly within your rights, protecting your peace. Now, if it's your mama that's disturbing your peace, now I'm telling you, all of these things that I'm suggesting to you are after you write your program to say, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That is after you write that program. Okay. So, hold on. I got to get my thoughts together here. So you wrote that program. Where was I? I got 1,000 things converging. I can't. I'm having difficulty remembering exactly where I was, but I'm always talking about. Yes, thank you, Marcy, for subscribing. I appreciate that. That helps. I need 1,000 subscribers, y'all. So, and subscription is free here on YouTube. TikTok, you had to pay to subscribe. But I have almost 54,000 followers on TikTok, and I still post to TikTok. Yes, I do need more subscribers here on YouTube. So I still post to TikTok every day. I'm not going to abandon my almost 54,000 followers, and it's still growing. But I now do my lives only on YouTube because TikTok changed their rules and all that stuff, and they increased their price for subscribing. So now I'm on YouTube. So, disturbing your peace, that's where I was. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and now I remember exactly where I was. Thank you. Who is that? Gloria, thank you. So here's your mama. Now I got it. Here's your mama disturbing your peace. Here you are coming in, getting your peace disturbed. You tell your mama, Mama, I love you dearly. But when you do such and such, or when you say such and such, that disturbs my peace. Now, some mamas would say, what peace? And some mamas would say, you ain't got no peace. That's mama, so leave her alone, okay? But now, when you said that program, when you wrote that program and said it out loud, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude, you raised your frequency. You raised your vibration. Your mama is still down here doing it. But now you are no longer on this frequency, on this vibration. You're way up here. What she is doing does not bother you anymore. You understand that? You are at a higher vibration, at a higher frequency. So it doesn't bother you anymore. In a lot of cases, when people learn that what they are doing is no longer bothering you, they'll either stop, or if they continue, you just continue to show them that it's not bothering you. And people have been on my lives and they've talked about triggers. They talk about how somebody says something or did something. No way. You should never have any triggers. You're not a gun. You don't have a trigger. You should never have anything that so-called triggers you. That means that whomever it is saying whatever they're saying or doing whatever they're doing, and it gets next to you. They know that it's getting under your skin, so don't allow them to do that. Don't give anybody that power to trigger you. Think about that. Truly give that some honest thought. So don't give anybody that kind of power to make you angry. See, people say that, and it is a lie. Nobody makes you angry. Nobody makes you hit them. Nobody makes you kick a tire. It is a total impossibility. Only you control the words that come out of your mouth. Only you control. It doesn't matter who it is. I don't care who it is. And that is how people get themselves in trouble. Bad behavior is bad behavior. Doesn't matter who it is. So only you control what comes out of your mouth. Who controls your vocal cords? Who controls your tongue? Who controls your lips? Only you do that. Who controls your muscle that made you hit that person or that made you kick that tire? Who controls that? Only you control that muscle. Nobody makes you use that muscle except you. Nobody makes you say those words except you. So, forget about triggers. You shouldn't even be in a position where you have any triggers. So think about that. Makes you weak. Don't be weak. Now, I told you how to develop and maintain a positive attitude. It's just that simple. You write this program. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. You understand? Doesn't matter what he said. Forget about what, how you talk to God. If you are a good person, doesn't matter what anybody says. If you know that you are a good person and you are kind and all of those attributes, it doesn't matter what other people say. It's just between you and your higher power, okay? So now, I told you how to develop and maintain a positive attitude. Write this program. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That's it. So now, pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Okay, I told you I'm going to put you in timeout, Marcy. Don't come back here with Jesus stuff. I don't talk about Jesus on my lives. I'm not religious. I talk to God all day. God does not have a religion. So if you come back here with that Jesus stuff, you will be removed. So anybody that talks about Jesus stuff on my live or talks about politics, they will be either timed out or removed. I talk about the 4 pillars that will help you to undifficult your life. I talk about these 4 pillars. They will help you to make a contribution to make this world a better place. Developing a positive attitude, increasing your level of patience, staying calm, and remembering the 4 words, and I'll get to those shortly. So, okay. Okay, so now, if you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how to increase your own level of patience, but I always start with the toddlers. If you're raising toddlers, here's what you do. When that toddler asks for a cookie, tell that toddler, I'll give you that cookie in 5 minutes. Put yourself on the timer. Give that toddler that cookie in 5 minutes. Do that several times, 5 minutes. Stretch it to 10 minutes, still using the timer. Do that several times, 10 minutes. Stretch it to 15 minutes, all the way up to an hour or more. So not only will you be teaching that toddler patience, you will also be teaching that toddler how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. Now, Spirit came to me and told me, Joyce, you can tell your viewers how they can teach themselves how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. Now, in order to do that, you got to get a piece of paper and something to write with. And I'm going to give you 10 seconds while, excuse me, while I drink some tea. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to get that paper and something to write with. Excuse me. Okay, now, you do it gradually. So now, on that piece of paper, write down the time that it is right now, whatever your time zone is. And then put the paper away. And at some point, I don't care how long it is, try to guess what time it is at that point. Do that many times during the course of a day. Try to guess what time it is. Even try to guess, if you take a nap, try to guess what time it is before you look at your clock or your watch or whatever. Try to guess what time it is. You zoom in and you practice this all day long. I don't need paper and something to write with anymore. I do it. I've been doing this for, oh my God, many years. I don't even know when to try to start counting it. So you zero in on the passage of time. You see, that's what happens when you start playing this little game with yourself. You don't jump anymore when you see what time it is. You now zero in on it. Now, if you are 10 years old, no, that's the way you teach your toddler patience. And also, if you're raising the toddlers, I highly recommend this book, Mother's Dozen, An Easy Recipe for Raising Great Kids. I had it translated into Spanish. Madre Docena. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know the name, really, the whole thing. So this book, Mother's Dozen, An Easy Recipe for Raising Great Kids, it's 48 pages. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. This book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire, for real. There are what I call 12 ingredients. See, it's Mother's Dozen, 12. An easy recipe. Recipe suggests that there are ingredients. And the 12th ingredient is patience, right there. I'm going to quickly read you the 12 ingredients. Number 1, start from infancy. 2, manners. 3, love for learning. 4, responsibility. 5, rules, order, and organization. 6, independence. 7, spirituality or a higher power. 8, affection. 9, discipline/self-control. 10, feed interest. 11, obedience. And 12 is patience. This is, well, I got a chapter on patience, so that's why I talk about this book when I get to pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Now, if you're 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you do it. You write a program, you say out loud, I am teaching myself patience. I am teaching myself how to wait. I am increasing my own level of patience. And if it's something that you are fiending for, that's the way you do it. Make yourself wait. It's that simple. Make yourself wait. You will be teaching yourself patience. You will learn to be patient. And especially if you are fiending for it, especially if it's something that you normally would give yourself immediate gratification, don't do it. Make yourself wait. That is the way you teach yourself patience. Okay? Yes. So that is very easy. That's the way you teach yourself patience. Now, pillar number 3, stay calm. Oh my goodness. I cannot express enough how tremendously powerful you are when you are calm. When you become angry, you lose your power. Stay calm. And I've been saying this for 10 years or more. Stay calm. You can't. This helpful hand visual I was doing when I was talking about the 3rd pillar, stay calm. When you are calm, your neurons, and I first got to tell you this. In one of my lives this year, Spirit came to me and told me to use the word neurons. I had never, ever used the word neurons before in any of my lives, and I have done over 500 TikTok lives, y'all. Check out my my TikTok page. My username is JJ, the letter J, Fields, Fields. I do not read long comments, and the number 7. It takes too long for me to read those kind of comments. So JJ Fields 7 on TikTok. And a lot, when my moderators send me screenshots of some of the comments and compliments that people make, and I post them on my page. So stay calm. The Spirit told me to do this helpful hand visual. I was talking about staying calm as opposed to becoming angry. So when you become angry, your neurons are doing like this. You see? So Spirit came to me and told me to do those 2 helpful hand visuals when I did the pillar number 3. So here's when you are calm, your neurons are communicating with each other, going past each other. When you are angry, here's what your neurons are doing. Okay? So remember, you got to stay calm. That was when Spirit came to me, it was like between 4 and 5:15 a.m. Spirit came back to me that night. Here's my hand, y'all. Honest to goodness, it shocked me. Spirit came back to me that night around 7 or 8 p.m. and told me to look up what neurons do. I obeyed. I looked up what neurons do. And here is what Google said. I Googled it, and here's what Google said. Neurons work together to produce memories, make decisions, and compute information. They take chemical signals, transport them, and form new wiring within the brain. Neurons also help different parts of the brain to communicate with each other. That is why you cannot think straight when you are angry. That is why you cannot make good decisions when you are angry. That is why you cannot make good choices when you are angry. Anger serves no useful purpose. So stop with the anger. You control your own anger. Nobody else controls it. So stop with the anger. It serves no useful purpose. It makes you feel bad. It makes you look bad. You know? So stop with the anger. Stay calm. That's pillar number 3. And then pillar number 4, the last pillar. Remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration. Those 4 words are, this too shall pass. 4 words. This too shall pass. Yes. Remember those 4 words. The next time your mama is chewing you out or your daddy is chewing you out, remember they cannot read your mind. Sit there or stand there and get chewed out, but think, this too shall pass. She ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. Or this too shall pass. He ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. Or whatever the situation is, nothing lasts. We even use the word pass when we talk about death. We'll say he died last month. She died yesterday. Not died, passed. Yeah, he passed last month, he passed yesterday. So we use the word pass. This too shall pass. Everything passes. No situation in life is permanent. No scenario in life is permanent. This too shall pass. Remember that. It'll help you in any kind of ugly situation. Nobody can read your mind. Just be sitting there, standing there, or whatever, and it'll keep you calm. And then people be wondering, how come she's so calm or he's so calm? And after what he said or whatever happened, how can you be so calm? That's where you gain your power. Don't forget that. Remember, this too shall pass. And the calmness, the power. So those 4 pillars, y'all. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. That's pillar number 1. And I told you how you do it. You write a program. The program says, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Mean it. Put your feet on that path to develop and maintain a positive attitude. And don't forget, a positive attitude is a choice that you make. You must choose to have a positive attitude, and you can choose it at any minute in your life. Doesn't matter where you were 5 minutes ago, last week, yesterday, whatever. Doesn't matter. From this point on, you say, from now on, I'm going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. And you can throw it in people's faces, too. From now on, I'm going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. You see? Okay. So now, if y'all have enjoyed this live, do a video or a post and tag me in it, telling people what you got out of the advice that I share. Or if you have read any of the books at goodshortbooks.com, you can do a book review, a video or a post of a book review. So the books are good and they are short. The longest book we have is The Line of Serenity. That's the one that I showed you. They're flying off the shelves, y'all, because people are coming onto my lives and they are learning about the books. The books will delight you. They will inspire you. They will entertain you. They will motivate you. They will encourage you. That's what the books do. So check it out. The link is in my profile. In the meantime, I want to thank y'all for joining the live. And I hope that y'all will spread the word. I hope that y'all got something out of it. I normally make the statement that you will be able to use what I share in my live while you are sitting there watching my live. Now, did I do that? Come on, YouTube says I got 55 people on here. Oh, you're very welcome. Did I do that? Could you use the advice that I share while you're sitting there watching my live? Come on, give me some responses, y'all. I'm getting ready to close it down. I close it down with one of my books. Oh, good. Yeah, you're very welcome. Yes. Yeah, you're very welcome. I just am so happy that y'all appreciate the advice. Okay. Oh, I don't say have a good day. I say make a good day. Thanks, Argos. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think you have them. I think you make them. And there's no such thing as a bad day to me. I ain't never had a bad day. Every day, if I wake up, it's a good day. That's what settles. that's what sets me on my day. Okay, so thank you very much, and you're very welcome. Appreciate y'all. So now, I close my lives down with this book. Wonderful. Thanks, Mike. I close my lives down with this book, My Simple Quotes to Live By. Okay, I'm going to get, it's 90 pages. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. It's 167 quotes that I coined. And I coined my first quote when I was 15 years old. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the answers, responses. And here's the quote that I coined when I was 15. Never lose your hope and faith. Never lose your hope and faith. I coined this, my first quote, in 1959 at the age of 15. The occasion was my middle school graduation from Detroit's Sherrard Junior High School. Ninth graders were asked to document their message to their fellow classmates. And that's what I said. I don't remember saying it, and I didn't know that I was coining a quote. I'm 81 now. I turned 81 on February 4th. And I'm very happy and proud to be 81. Don't dread getting older, y'all. That's a blessing. Now I'm going to read y'all a quote that I coined in 2011 or 2013. It was for all right. It was for a quote contest. It was for a calendar, so they needed 12 quotes. And I coined this quote and then I submitted it to the contest. And it won as one of 12 for the calendar out of over 5,000 entries. Here's the quote. Now, I posted to social media to encourage people to chase their dreams. Here it is. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. I'm going to repeat it. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. Chase your dreams, people. Chase your dreams. Nobody can see your dream as clearly as you can. And you can't see anybody else's dream as clearly as they can. So don't allow anybody to poo-poo your dream, and don't you poo-poo anybody else's. But do chase your dream, or in some cases, dreams. Chase them. The way this book is formatted is 90 pages, 2 quotes per page. The quotes are in all caps, separated by a black and white picture. Pages 6 to 89, it's 90 pages. This is what's on page 90, the end. So y'all can tell me page numbers, throw out page numbers, and I will read the two quotes on that page. So pages 6 to 89, It's Better to Die Chasing a Dream Never Caught is on page 11, okay? So pages 6 to 89, throw out page numbers, and I'll read the 2 quotes on the page to give y'all a taste of what this book, the quotes that are in this book. And in the meantime, I'm going to read y'all this 5-star review that Brian put on Amazon. He says, this is a great book to help open your mind. There are an unlimited amount of resources to learn from. You get wisdom, positivity, self-discipline, appreciation for being alive, and so much more in this easy read. Give me some page numbers, y'all. I'll read the 2 quotes on the page so you'll get a taste of what the quotes are about. This is a book you will save and review over and over again. I highly recommend buying the hard copy of it so you can write in it and highlight quotes that speak to you. This is a must-have, and he has must-have in all caps, followed by a ton of exclamation points, okay? So give me some page numbers, y'all. In the meantime, I want y'all to implement the 4 pillars in your life. If you develop and maintain a positive attitude, that would help to make the world a better place. If you increase your level of patience, that will help to make the world a better place. If you stay calm, that will help to make the world a better place. And if you remember the 4 words, that will immediately lower your stress, anger, anxiety, all of that stuff. Remember those 4 words. This too shall pass. Hey, Fatty LaBelle. I'm glad you found me, girl. Fatty was been a long time viewer of my lives over on TikTok. And Kyle too. And Honda Accord too. So some of the folks are still coming over. That's good. That's beautiful. Thank you. All right, page 17 for Fatty. At the top of page 17, how can a person hate others and claim to love God at the same time? At the bottom of page 17, learn to be happy now, not when. When you do this, and when you do that, then you'll be happy. Can you use those quotes? Can you live by those quotes? 80 wants page 44. Okay, at the top of page 44, do not long mourn your past. Rejoice in your present and your future. At the bottom of page 44, procrastination slows down progress. Can you live by those quotes? Give me some more page numbers, y'all. In the meantime, if y'all got something out of this live, do a video and tag me or mention me or whatever the word would be, or do a post. Spread the word, telling people what you got out of it, you know. So come on, give me some more page numbers, y'all. According to YouTube, I have 47 people on here. So hopefully you'll be interested in some of these quotes. If not, then I am going to be getting off of my live, and I'm still kind of hesitating to see. Okay, see, that's what I was doing. Argos Transportation, page 77. At the top of page 77, truth and honesty free your soul, so stop lying. At the bottom of page 77, family is the root of the tree of life. Can y'all live by those quotes? Oh, and on yesterday's live, I had a truck driver. I didn't even think about the fact that some truck drivers will be listening to my live. And I love 18-wheelers, y'all. I swoon over an 18-wheeler. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Argos Transportation. Yeah, so you got some 18-wheelers in that Argos Transportation? I swear, I swoon over those. They are so beautiful. Don't let me. We went to Tennessee, and boy, those truckers. Oh, I especially love the ones that have all the ooh, you got. Oh my God, the lights on them. Ooh, they turn me on. I just trip out. And don't let me be driving. I gotta slow. I gotta slow down. They just really. I can't even explain it. I just think they are such beautiful works of art. 18-wheelers with those snout, the cabs that have the snout on them. Ugh. Okay, so now I got carried away yesterday when I was talking about them too. I get carried away when I talk about 18-wheelers, y'all. And truck drivers are just wonderful. Most of them are absolutely wonderful. When you put your signal on and you're in front of an 18-wheeler, they they let you come on in. So truck drivers are the best. So thank y'all for joining my live. I appreciate it, and have a good weekend. Check out my TikTok. I put Parade of Lights is a good show. I don't know what that is. So I forgot what I was going to say. I put, oh, thanks, Donna. Oh, thank you. I got to do a screenshot of that. Pap loves these screenshots. So If you enjoyed my live, do a movie, not a movie, do a video or a post explaining what you got out of it. If you've read any of the books at goodshortbooks.com, do a video or a post, a book review, so help me spread the word, especially about these lives, y'all. I would love to share the advice that I share with a whole lot more people. My lives are entitled Undifficult Your Life. And a lot of y'all are making y'all's lives a lot more difficult than they have to be. I hope the advice that I shared will help you to undifficult your life. Give me some responses, y'all. I would love to get a flood of responses if this advice helped you to undifficult your life to any extent. Come on, give me some responses. Thanks, Donna. I said thank you already for that, yeah, so I appreciate it. Come on, y'all. YouTube says I got 47 people on here. So give me some responses. Did I say anything to help you to undifficult your life? Come on, give me some responses. Be quick with them. Come on, y'all. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Oh, absolutely. Ah, okay. Thank you, Fatty. Undifficult? Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, see, that's another thing. YouTube replays my lives. TikTok didn't do that because on TikTok, you can't have anything longer than 10 minutes. And my lives are 90 minutes long. And TikTok replays every single one of them. Now, every live I do, I talk about the 4 pillars. But every live I do is different, y'all. So y'all can go and check out the replays if you're interested. So thank you for joining my live. Make it a good weekend. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. You will love the books. I'm telling you, people are buying, they're flying off the shelves because they are good. We have books for kids as well as adults, so check it out, y'all. Oh, thank you so much. I thank y'all for the subscriptions. I really appreciate it. So make a good weekend, y'all. And on my TikTok, I'm starting to do Funny Fridays like I did on my blog. I blogged for 10 years on lineofserenity.wordpress.com. lineofserenity.wordpress.com. I blogged for 10 years. And now I started today. I always had a segment called Funny Friday. I blog every single day for 10 years. I have over 800 positive posts on my blog. lineofserenity.wordpress.com. Check it out. And I posted on my TikTok what I usually do in my lives. I mean, not my lives, on my blog. Funny Friday. Every Friday I would post a joke or something funny. So I posted something on my TikTok. So go over there. Thank you. I'm glad you found me too. Go over there and check out the Funny Friday post that I did. Okay. Thanks for joining my live, y'all. Make it a good weekend and use the 4 pillars, one or more, one or all of them. All right, y'all. Later. Oh, wonderful, AD. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Okay. Later, y'all.